Hey everyone, welcome to Makin Scents. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I really do appreciate seeing you here. And if this is your first time checking out the channel, welcome aboard. Today we're going to talk about a fragrance from the house of Initio Parfums and the fragrance Rehab. Stay tuned. So like I said, today we're going to be talking about a fragrance from the house of Initio Parfums, and this one is Rehab. I did have one of you amazing viewers and or subscribers request this one, so here you go. We'll see how it goes, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. Now, the fragrance itself came out, I think, in like 2018 or so. I'm really not positive. I don't go that crazy far into it, but the bottle is awesome. Super sharp. Their presentation's amazing. According to Fragrantica, the main accords are woody, aromatic, lavender, powdery, citrus, fresh, spicy, and warm, spicy. The covers, let's see if I can get that clear for you. Just looks really good. It's just a nice looking thing. The back is completely flat, just matte white. But if you're a fan of just the design of these things, they're just really clean. You have the batch code information, along with all the general information on the bottom. If that's even legible. It's kind of hard to see it with the light. The cap comes off, a little bit of a tug, whatnot. And the sprayer, very nice basic sprayer. Oops, coming out of focus. Let's try that again. There you go. And the mist it sprays out is very nice. Nice wide mist. Good coverage overall. The bottle is just really nice. The packaging comes in beautiful too. And as far as the scent goes, it opens up. It's funny because there's some bright notes in this. I don't know what citruses they are exactly, but there are some citruses in there, and I don't smell a ton of them. This one here, I get more of some of the woodsy undertones, along with it's either vetiver or patchouli. Both of those stick out a little bit to me. I'm not sure which one's sticking out more. Both of those are pretty strong fragrance notes. They're definitely pretty strong. If you've ever smelt them by themselves or in a fragrance that was dominant in them, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. There's certain fragrance components that will really stand out from far away. Some people love them, some people hate them. Vetiver, patchouli are two of those different fragrance notes that either you're going to love them or hate them, or if they're blended just right, you might love them and not know that you love them. On this one, there's some woodsy notes and then vetiver and or patchouli that's just coming through super strong. I know this is supposed to have like bergamot or one of those citruses. I think it's bergamot, and I can't tell if I can even smell that right now. I can just smell the vetiver and patchouli shining through with some woodsy undertones. I don't know if it's cedarwood, gaiac wood, not gaiac wood. Is it gaiac wood? Cedarwood, I think it's gaiac wood. And there's another wood, maybe sandalwood or one of those types of things in there. It's just, it's a nice fragrance. It smells very nice. The reason why I'm trying to go more into what I can smell specifically is this fragrance is always compared to, or very oftenly compared to, Spicebomb. So this hand I have Spicebomb sprayed on. This hand, you just saw me spray it again. Initio Rehab. So, and I only sprayed this one less than 10 minutes ago. So it was pretty quick, pretty short time ago. The opening on this one lasts for probably about a half hour to an hour, where you have that really, I'm going to say, almost harsh vetiver / patchouli. I know that's in the base of this fragrance, but it still stands out right up the top. There is like, once it dries down a little bit more, you get some tobacco possibly. There is some sort of a floral. I want to say it might be lavender, or I think it's lavender, because I like the whole composition of this fragrance is very nice. It's It's creamy a little bit. I believe it has vanilla or vanilla type of an additive in there that you can kind of smell. But for me, it's just woodsy, vetiver, and patchouli. Those are the things that stick out in this fragrance. So if you're a fan of those elements, patchouli and or vetiver or both, you'll probably really enjoy this fragrance. If you're not a huge fan of that, you might not be the biggest fan, but the other elements all mixed together might make this fragrance a really hot one for you too. I definitely say go for a decant, like I always say. Some of these fragrances are really expensive. I think this one's like $220, $250, something crazy. But if you get a chance to sample it, go for it. Try it out first. As far as the comparison between Initio Rehab and Victor and Rolf Spicebomb, I would say when they first spray, there's some creamier element, something a little bit richer version with Initio Rehab than there is with Spicebomb. I like Spicebomb. Smells great. Really nice fragrance. But whatever those undertones, that woody, vetiver, patchouli is definitely stronger, making this a little bit of a stronger fragrance for me anyways, right out of the gate. With Spicebomb, it smells really good. It's definitely solid, and they definitely have some similarities. There's no doubt that there's some similarities, but the fact that those specific elements of Initio Rehab sticks out of my nose right away, and I don't get those from when I smell Spicebomb. I almost think Spicebomb is blended better, or maybe just because it's an older bottle. I have no idea if that really makes a huge difference in this case, but nothing stands out specific. Like there's not a specific element, but it also might just be less expensive oils. I'm not exactly sure what they're using for components, but with Initio Rehab, it smells more of a complex mixture where you can pinpoint a lot of different elements to it. For me, I'd love to be able to have, some lavender next to me, some vanilla, some whatever the different items they were, and to try to smell it and then compare and see what I could come up with. But as far as the overall composition, it's a really nice fragrance. Is it worth the money? Gray area. If you love it, then it's worth the money. If you don't have the money to spend on it, it's not worth the money. That's just how it works. As far as sampling it, though, definitely try a decant or a sample first. I would recommend trying this along with Spicebomb to see which one you like better. See if you think they're the same or if they have similarities to each other, and which one you like better. Because a lot of people, when they smell it, and again, everyone's nose and scent profile is different, they've noted that they really do see a big similarity there. For me, would I choose one over the other? I have both my collection. I definitely like collecting these things. I actually asked my son just about a little bit. He was up a little bit late tonight. He shouldn't have been. It's his birthday, actually. So shout out to you, Lucas. Happy birthday, bud. And I asked him which one he liked better. He chose Rehab. He said there's just something better about it. It's smoother, I think he said, or something like that. A little bit. He started to think it changed into a little bit sweeter after a couple smells, but he just said it's just smelled better to him overall. So if you're taking my 9-year-old son's choice on which fragrances you should go for, he liked Rehab better. To me, get a decant, try them out, find which one you like the best. If you want to compare the two, if you don't think they're the same, then you want to get a little bit of each, go for it. If you want to compare the two just for fun, go for it as well. And if you just want to try one of these sample-wise, go for that too, because they're both really nice fragrances. I personally would probably wear Spicebomb more. I'm not sure if it's just because the price tag is so much less, but this one's definitely more complex, and I love having it in my collection. I love the bottle. I love the design. I love the boxes that they come in, and I love the fragrance profile. It's really nice, and the breakdown's really good. But for me, if I was really going to pick one of the two based on cost and ability to wear and use, I'd probably go with Spicebomb. Now, with all of that being said, I don't think they're neck and neck. They're just really close in the same realm. So if you were trying to pick a group of fragrances, like we talk about the blue fragrances or the red fragrances or whatever it is, these would be in the Spicebomb category, whatever you want to call that, okay? And that's pretty much all I got for those. So as far as performance goes, like I said, you have that opening or that really burst for about an hour or so where it projects pretty strong. It still continues to project for up to almost like, I'd say 2 hours, give or take, but not like that big bursting opening that it originally has. and then carries into the dry down a little bit. Well, sorry, drying down, but it carries down a little bit to a projection, like a soft projection, or more than 2 feet away, 1 foot away with a gust of wind, things like that, for 4 to 6 hours total. I mean, that's what I would say total overall. I don't have ridiculous performance with this at all. 6 to 8 hours, you still have a skin scent. I don't remember ever smelling it beyond that time frame. And even on the right day, I don't remember going past 6 hours. But overall, that's how almost every fragrance is that I talk about, or when I test them. That could just be me. It could be New England weather. There's a lot of factors that come into play. So do I like Initio Rehab? I do. Do I think it's a really nice fragrance? Yep. Do I think you should get your nose on it? Yep. Do I think you should buy a bottle? Nope. Not until you get your nose on it, because it's expensive. Other than that, do me a favor. Let me know in the comments down below. Have you tried Initio Rehab? Have you tried this comparison to Spicebomb? See what everyone says. They're always wondering if they're the same or similar, or where they lie next to each other. Throw the comments down below. Let me know what you think about this fragrance. Let me know what you think about the two of them side by side. Is there another fragrance from this house that you think I should definitely get my nose on, or talk about, do a review on? Again, throw comments down below. I'd love interacting with everybody. If you haven't done so already, if you want to think about clicking that like button on this video, I'd appreciate that greatly. And if you want to stick around, see some more content like this, please feel free to subscribe. We'd love to have you come back more often than not. And that's pretty much it. So remember, if you're making the world a better place, just one spray at a time, then to me, you're just making sense. Until next time.